Well, everybody, it's Laverne and Shay with Daily Divine Guidance 9774. Just can't get no. We'll continue to work on it. So, there's a lot of things that are dropping inside of me in relations to society. Government, 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 government. Somebody gotta do it. Somebody's gotta do it. Okay? A lot of justices gotta be balanced. Somebody gotta say something. Something. Here's the strangest part. No matter what you say, this is history. So you could say something about crime, debauchery, RICO charges. You could say something about crime and murder. You could say something about drug dealing and gang banging. And you could be talking about Al Capone all along. Now, I know there's still some Capones out there, so we ain't trying to get no problems here. So may the Lord bless and keep all y'all. Everybody wants to be a what? Respected, honored star. Whether it's in the streets, in the bed, in real life, celebrity status, mama, daddy, we all want honor. It's real crazy when we go to extreme levels to get it. There's the problem. Absolutely. So there are so many things that could trigger these conversations. It's just fascinating. What do you do about it? Talk. That's all you got. And maybe give examples or demonstrations of remedies. Conversations that need to be had on a just everyday basic level. Nothing fancy. Nothing extravagant. Just truth. Now I'm looking at most of this, and the Bible clearly states that greed is from the love of money. It's the root of all. Well, let me rephrase that for the people that's Bible thumping on everything that I do. The love of money is the root of all evil. There you have it. Very sad, but true. Very sad, but true. So with that said, we are looking at, we've done a few videos and hit them because we were told to lay low about it for now. Okay, we ain't trying to have no problems, so we'll be obedient. But in the meantime, with all of this crime happening, generally somebody is being a victim. Somebody's being left out. Somebody's in the what? Cold. That's not cool. It's not even comfortable. It ain't even fair. So what do? Somebody got to do something, right? Absolutely. Somebody needs to speak up. And when they speak, they need to have a remedy, a solution. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. So somebody got a revelation. I'm sitting here talking on mute. Now, thank y'all for joining me. Oh, Lord bless me. So going back, I said throughout time, as I was stating before the video was interrupted by a call that seemed to be urgent but wasn't. But I took it and resolved the issue because that's what I do. I find solutions to problems. I noticed that in society, as I was speaking about the Capone family, love y'all. I know it's still some offspring here. Maybe y'all done changed your last name, married out, whatever. But you're still here. May the Lord bless and keep you, not trying to have problems. But if we're talking about crime, if we're talking about humanity and crimes against it, which some people may say that's political, that's what y'all called it. But it's really humanity and the crimes against it out of the love of money. There has to be a balance, is what we're speaking about. We are speaking about someone standing in the gap saying, no humans left behind. Because AIR, if you ain't got it, you ain't got nothing. Life needs to be preserved. Life needs to be respected. Everybody has a right to breathe, except God and maybe the law, if they're fair, has a right to say, you need to be out of here. You do too much. It happens. So we need to reserve life. I have a remedy. Every human needs air, which is their life, which is very valuable to God. Everyone, not based on skin, creed, color, nationality, genetics, genealogy, gender identification. Yeah, you got some folks out here that's confused or have decided that they are opposite than what their eyes and spirits are telling them. That's eight. We'll go the next at some point. But life is very valuable. People need housing, right? Very valuable. These are necessities. Again, without these, hard to exist, period. And I'm not sure who doesn't care about housing. For others, except they're void of God or love or common sense. I don't know. But we're going to stand in the gap as much as possible. Clothing, right? Food and water. Now, some call housing shelter. Shelter, clothing, water, and food. These are necessities, clothing and shoes. Let's put it that some people, they don't even think about shoes. For others, food and water. These are absolute necessities everywhere. Cars can be, but they're absolutely luxuries, depending on who you talk to and what's going on. All right. So naturally, there are forces that are greedy, self-serving. They're machines. They don't have a heart. And they train the people that operate these machines to not have a heart, to be heartless, to be mindless, soulless. Just get to the greed, right? Yeah. Find what a greed is. Find how we can suck out money and resources. Don't worry about the carnage. So somebody has to have a heart. Housing, clothing, shoes, food and water, air. So we have devised an idea that all people have their needs met. If you're interested in this and being a part of it, we are moving forward swiftly as God leads us. Because it benefits everybody. It can actually probably make you wealthy. The way I'm thinking is the way God has given it to me. And naturally, powers that be, God is challenging them to try and interrupt the process. He's going to interrupt their AIR. Right now, somebody's listening to this video and they're thinking, ooh, we're going to get that idea and steal it. And God is saying, and I'm going to steal your AIR. And whoever co-conspires with you, do it. Time out. You can sit in the corner. You can sit in the morgue. I'm just saying. I'm a messenger. I ain't got no weapons or nothing. I ain't got no power. I ain't got no power. Just saying, people need to stop playing these games with people's lives. There are people out here that don't have shoes, resources. They don't have clothes because somebody constantly steals everything and then throw them outside in the cold elements. Now, again, the machine says Ain't my problem. I'm just a greedy machine. I don't care about your AIR, your shelter, your clothing, your shoes, your food or water concerns. I just need to know if you're going to let me take your organs, steal your youngins, cause you to lose your jobs and your finances, then put insurance on you and collect. We're just a machine. We're just feeding it. We ain't got no heart. We ain't got no emotions. We don't care about what you need. It's a machine. We just feed it. What? Somebody got to have a heart. So again, feel moved by this, we're going to pursue it. We're setting up all the legal processes. And again, God is daring people to step in. But just know this. In this idea, I'm writing it down as I speak. That's what God said do. It can be tweaked later, corrected, whatever. So in this particular setting, we'll say, because these are necessities and the other things God said he'll add to it, this will provide coverage for illnesses, accidental occurrences, right? Last will and testaments. Funeral coverage. Okay. Money to families from these situations fairly, right? Housing will be provided. Okay. Clothing, shoes, water, food, right? Necessities. Necessities. All that is basically required so far, is that any and everyone that resides with you must be covered under these. You have to sign up for these. You don't need to put any money. If you have anything, you absolutely can, is it the word forfeit? You can become a member. Okay. And a contributor, maybe a donator. Donor, is it? There you go. Whatever your resources are. Fairly, willingly. So if you are sick, there's a population that has HIV and AIDS. There's a population that has mental issues. There's a population that is elderly and alone. There's population single parents. There's a group of people that are married. Okay. We want to address all of these. There's a demographic of people that do not have homes between the ages of new birth and maybe 17. Okay. And we want to create communities with a global presence that, as long as they are contributing members with contributing potential, whatever it may be, whether it's working in the community in exchange for housing, whether it is coming out of the secular population, maybe as a vendor or a provider of services, you can come over here and work outside of secular entities with a new, fresh start, with the possibility of, as long as you're rendering services, you have housing in this community. If you want to go outside the community, it's fine. Can't be bringing riffraff back in, though. You can't bring that drama over here. You go out there and sign some contract. You can't feel it. Them folks come over here trying to get you because you're like, hey. We don't even recommend that you even deal with them folks out there that's ruthless. Stay where it's safe. Okay. You will be covered, as I stated. We're going to figure out a way. I think I already have it in my head the way God gave it to me. That, again, if you're sick, any accidental occurrences or accidents or whatever, last will and testaments will be handled. Funeral or respected and honored. All these people over here, they think everything belongs to them. Greedy. They're stealing your houses, last will and testaments, your inheritances. Greedy. And they don't care how you survive. They don't even need it. These people don't even need to steal from you. They have things that they've accumulated from their own great grandpappies and mammies, and they still stealing your stuff. For what? Greedy. Don't make sense. Killing, stealing, and destroying. You don't even have enough money to bury your frog. Ugh. Ruthless. So again, whenever you're covered, just say, in this particular, we haven't figured all that out, but just say we have coverages for every family that resides here. We will have coverage there. You will have already paid in, as long as you're inside of this community. Depends. So what happens is, if anything happens to anyone in your family, which shouldn't, this is a safe community. I don't think we have mentally ill people over here that's greedy and stupid and competing and comparing. Because there's too many people that can't be managed. Or some people are just chaos agents. They like it. Kerfuffle agents. Carnage, feed the machine, right? You, again, if you have 100,000, most times these funerals are not $10,000. It's just not. I don't know why they put such egregious numbers on it. It's a machine. So if you have a $100,000 policy, naturally, you should get the remaining amount, right? Do you need all of that? We are housing you. We're not saying, hey, give us the rest. But we do expect you to understand that this is your forever home. If you don't like that location, we're willing to have a presence all over the world, still yet under the network. So you can absolutely, even possibly, like here it's about to get cold, hop your little stuff somewhere and go where it's warm. Panama Canal, right? Bahamas, 6 months. Come on back when it's warmer, if you want. I mean, you're in the network, right? Okay. So yes, the difference will go to you. With an agreement, we have to agree to something for you to reside, but your housing is provided, clothing and shoes. I don't think it'll be vouchers. We don't want people to see us as, it is probably under a charity, but we don't want people to see us as a community of handouts. Absolutely not. We are the righteous. We are the believers. We're under the covering of the Holy Spirit. So there will be, we're tweaking it. We're trying to figure it out. Coverage. So there will be coverage. Again, as long as you're in this community, we do expect you to be a contributing donor. Again, it doesn't mean you're killing your young, or giving foreskin or anything. Nothing egregious. But we have to keep this, I won't say machine, but this love train moving. We have to reciprocate the love of God. Let it circulate. So again, if you're sick, you've already, the way we set it up, paid into illnesses, accidental occurrences, last will and testaments, funeral expenses, differences going to family at some percentage. That's all while it's providing housing, clothing, shoes, water. Because anybody can eat this stuff. So if anybody's thinking, oh, we're just getting, anybody, I'm trying to tell you, listen, People don't live long enough to tell their stories, or they don't get to publicize it. From me listening to people, I understand that people go out here and make these great businesses. They get great opportunities with the government, all kinds of contracts and accolades. And somebody that's prejudiced will shut you down and say, I don't like you. And they will cause you havoc and problems. After getting such a great contract, they want to take your contract, which they cannot because it's in God's hands, but they want to block it since they can't take it. You may want to give it to someone else to do when you're gone. Your family is trying to dissolve it while you're here. Happens a lot. You'll be amazed. Kids are waiting on you to leave so they can go and give it to somebody else that ordered it 20 years ago. They've been trying to keep it for 20, 30, 40 years. Hasn't worked yet. Now they're older and wiser and made other connections and got other advice. They still wait on you to leave so they can fix it and sell it and give it to whoever wanted, which should have been something that was inherited, something that should have stayed in the family. But the greedy machine said, if you don't help us get it, we're going to kill you and your parents. So get busy. Folks jump on, hey, okay, I see you working. Go ahead. You're trying to kill your family off to get this big contract with the government. So we'll give you a cop job. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. We'll give you some hookers too. You like chocolate girls, vanilla girls. We got all that. We're mob. We're stealing. Okay, we old world thugs. Okay, so what you want? Oh, you need a raise, bonus. Okay, we can orchestrate that too. Just make sure your daddy, your mama don't. See, you never know that your kids are conspiring to dismantle everything out of their own greed because they don't like what you built. They don't care about that. You all proud and happy that you came to another state or whatever and did it big. You was poor. Mom was poor, dad was poor. People had already robbed y'all throughout the centuries. And here you come to the big city and you do real good. And you marry a girl. She has these Jezebel kids because she's a Jezebel. She already from the big city going crazy, right? She's a city girl. And all of a sudden, you find yourself in this whirlwind where there's this big time mob boss that put himself in a position of the president of the state. And he has declared war on all the black people since the 1800s, him and his folks. So everything you do, they're already looking like we got to cause havoc because we just prejudiced. It's just an ignorant thing we were taught. We don't care because guess what? Because of our skin, we ain't got no visas or nothing. We just came over here and appointed ourselves and people said, we'll help you. And now we over here almost 100 years deep, still keeping up BS. Or is it over 100 years? Oh, sugar. Let's see, 1892. Excuse me. Bless God. Oh, Lord, 113 years. Oh, Jesus. 113 years. We've been slaving black people and other folks that don't look like us, like we ain't from Italy or something, Ireland. Okay. Greece, all in the same little area, kind of, sort of. Greek. You see, we keeping up havoc. We are having bloody race wars. We're having fun gang banging on the city gangs that are here to keep peace. We're going to cause war. Because we just want to take over. We some young thugs. Our great-granddaddies came here without visas or they had been expired. Ain't nobody checking. So I ain't even got no credentials. But I like to fight. And all these people that support me saying I'm a Democrat or whatever, they give me all this power and accolades. Well, I think I'm the boss of Illinois or wherever you live. I don't know. But people need to be free. People go to jail because people set them up because they're in poverty. Like right now, it's cold outside, don't have nowhere to go. They've been excommunicated from the system, the society, because being forced into poverty, people found the creative way because of the imported drugs and the folks that came over here over the years, child, centuries, decades, whatever. And they found drugs. Let's sell it. Some people got hooked. Some people was put on it. Some people went crazy. Some people died. Oh, it's their fault. It's the drug dealer's fault. No, it's the people that brought it here. But no, as usual, poor man's crime paid off by, a rich man's crime paid off by a poor man's wealth. See that? Rich man gets passed because he paid the poor man wealth to do his crime. All right, get it. Let's lock him up. Served his time, got out 20 years ago. It never was removed from the system. So he's still out here homeless, still can't have a wife. Now he can't even live with the lady because Section 8 came along for the Indians that were killed and all their little kids and descendants of people that look similar to them. Africans, whatever. Were tossed in there. People say it's free. It's really not. Although it has a lot of benefits. And people don't even read, probably couldn't read when they first got in. So the younger people just go about what the older people said. It's free, just can't have a man, which ain't even true. It's not free. And you can have a guy there legally. As long as he don't have them what? Drug charges from 20 years ago, although they have these billionaires from the people that retired being cops and judges and lawyers that opened up these little dispensaries. The other people that did it 20 years ago and made billions of dollars are locked up. Just saying. So they still got charges when they get out. And they ain't moved them yet. Not even violent. So, hey, if we need somebody to be a what? CI for free and a couple of girls and whatever they like, housing in exchange for stalking and looking at folks' business and reporting it back to us. You know, the troublemakers. Think we the president of the states, you know. Not the United States, y'all. Cool out. I'm talking about individual states. People that came over here in 1800s and basically passed it down like a dynasty to their kids as if we some slaves. Still, yes, sitting there. Their kids kind of delved in and thought, yeah, this isn't right. We wouldn't even look right trying to do this old school pimping on a black community. Although we still got our ties to enforcements. We can't be that visible. So, it's probably going to die with you, pops. Okay. Mamas, whatever. Ladies of the streets that be hanging with my pops, whatever. Doing debauchery. See, gang banging with the cartel and them. Whatever. Mob, mafia. People got connections over 113 years, trust me. Very deeply rooted. We ain't call no names. So, naturally, they don't even plan to get these people's names out of the system. They even got y'all best friends, cousins that don't like nobody because they all crazy and was pimped out in the system when they was kids. And this is their payback. Hey, we'll just give you a government job. Don't tell nobody we was raping all y'all kids, okay? And then we got some kids with y'all. Just say it's your Uncle Bucks. You know, the one to be raped. I mean, your boyfriend, your husband, whoever you marry. They don't care. Don't tell them it's our kids. Just pass them on, okay? Can't let people know the law enforcement's. The officials was out here, judges and lawyers hunching on them kids before all the laws came out, 70s, 50s, 60s. People got kids out here that look real pretty in the community when they really belong somewhere else. But the women that was married to these men was like, listen, better put that child over there in them Indian reservations called Section 8. What you thought this was? You better not acknowledge that they're yours. In fact, the ladies might even be the ones setting up with their little friends on the force that look like her. And them, you know, her in-laws, her brothers and them, their nephews and cousins, whatever, uncles. Hey, keep an eye on that kid. In fact, put them in the audit home, you know, the juvenile system that handles the kids that, age out of audit homes. You know, the bastard kids my husband had, you know. The ones that are locked up and we said was deemed dangerous because people couldn't find out that they're ours. I mean, yours. Theirs, my husband, see? Yeah, and when they do get out, if they get out, make sure they keep the record on. We got to keep an eye on them. So, again, they got your PI, your parole officers, you know, private investigators, and the wardens as the folks that don't like nobody. They got mental problems, personal problems, incest problems, but they got these jobs and they don't like nobody. So they're very hateful and very willing to do this debauchery on innocent people. Did anybody catch what I said? Okay, don't worry about it. You'll find out. So all these people are locked up. They sometimes, depending on the situation, they can get out. But they always got somebody up their butt. In fact, they on speed dial. Hey, Master said, we got a situation coming up and we need you. I mean, we got this thing. We got you on the ground, right? There's this lady. She's supposed to inherit from Jerry Springer money. She's black, though. So we need to keep an eye on her because she and getting these big contracts and things that this man unbuilt. I don't know how he put her name on there. We could master can't even figure that, but must have been God. We don't believe in that. We call ourselves Catholics, or whoever this is ordering this. So we need to just keep it up our butt. Okay. Parole officer that keeps tabs and keeps people in the system based on racism. See? So I can't get off of the parole list. Been on there for 20 years after I served my time, and they said I was a free man. So every time I need something, including housing or to maintain my housing, maintain whatever I'm getting, I got to sit here and kiss these people's butts. They got me on speed dial. So if anything's going down for crime, debauchery, hits, they done sign me up. Now, I don't want to do it. So I'm going to get my cousin Pookie and them, the young ones that ain't got nothing to lose. I'm going to put them out there. They done paid me $1,000. In fact, they're connected to Stars. If Stars got an issue with somebody online, they get the word. They call us from 𝒟𝒾𝓁. The one that are self-appointed without a visa and anything, that upheld public offices, stole people's assets, put it in their name, literally. Still doing it. All these little babies around here, they're supposed to inherit properties and businesses because their dad was wealthy. It was just a side baby. Mama dead, locked up, crazy. That's the history. So the baby's vulnerable. Daddy dies and said, listen, I'm the pappy. I'm not the same race. That girl was fun. They killed her, or we locked up. She died, whatever. But I'm going to lead this to my Negro children. And what did that self-appointed Pharaoh say? I ain't letting them people go. I know I got several messages to stop killing, stealing, and destroying things that ain't mine. Hell to the no. I'm still doing it. I'm not letting go. Yes. Who's coming up next? I'm sitting in this office. I'm retired and elderly. I'm looking at these documents that says articles of a will and testament. I see the name. Go ahead and change the names and put my name on it and put it in my office with my name on it. These are mine. These are my nigglets. This is my state. And they ain't getting nothing. I'm going to get it from my nephew. He was just born last week. And I'm pretending that there's another judge or lawyer who's doing all the paperwork. And I'm going to falsify these documents because I've been doing it for over 113 years thanks to my grandparents. And I'm going to keep falsifying until the day I die, except I get caught. And they make me apologize to the people that survived my BS and remove their names out of the system as slaves, constantly having to be problems with law enforcement, hitmen, mob movers, gangbangers, because they got to do the dirty work. I ain't getting called. I got people on speed dial. The people that was paroled out and supposed to be out of the system and they still on there, so we call them and tell them you got to be our dirty people. Family, friends, we don't care. As long as they do it. And they going to stay in the system and do what we said until the day they die. They're not going to be free because we don't care. See? People need to be free from that. It's all kinds of people in the system that have graduated out, that did what they're supposed to do. And they're still out here committing crimes because they're still in the system. They haven't been cleared out and nobody's checking those balances. They've been free. They've been served their time and they're out here committing crime because they can't survive because they're still in the system. So they look free, plain sight. But if you talk to them, they still have records. People still tell them no because somebody still got it on their record. They can go and expunge it. It still shows up. They've served their time. They haven't committed crimes freely. They're being coerced through various agencies to play PI, CO, CI, playing games with people's lives. As long as you do this, we'll provide housing, but we got to keep an eye on you. And people do it. Otherwise, they're going to be outdoors because nobody's checking the balances. Some people are still locked up. They ain't even do nothing. Kids, mothers, fathers. And some of them people, once again, are wealthy 3 times over. They'll never know. They'll die in prison. They'll die in poverty because nobody's checking. Okay, so basic necessities that the machine says, hell no, not you, right? Just go, right? Go back to Africa. God is saying, I will clean this entire universe off if people don't take their paws off. Housing, clothing and shoes, food and water. Everybody should have it. You're crazy, go to the crazy house with respect and honor as badges, period. If you're disabled, you should be in a respectable environment, not with vultures that are feeding the machine. Oh, you want the liver? Okay, well, she almost did. I mean, we've been starving her and treating her bad. The kids don't care. So that means because nobody watching, we can just take her stuff. Just don't feed her, let her starve, let her die. And then who? Law officials will come ready. Oh, due to ailment. Oops. Now somebody got a new heart, new liver. Because they intentionally let this lady wither. You know what? God is good and worthy to be praised. So we have figured out a way. Once again, we've blocked these videos where law enforcement, just say anybody that's under the U.S. federal government branch, umbrella, position, whatever, they all need to be put into CODIS, Dana, whatever other agency that identifies criminals, fingerprinting, parental heritage, and who else is involved in their family life. We don't care if you're 3 times the cousin, niece, and the nephew, and the brother, and the uncle to the whole family. Law enforcement and the government needs to know. They do need to know that although y'all ain't got the same name, same faces and all that, you is related. That's your pappy, that's your mammy, dead or alive. I did say people in the federal government above the branches, above the, okay, so your president has bosses. For those that don't know, look at your judicial branches. Look at the entire hierarchical chart, graph. Your president has bosses. Don't even try to figure it out. But just know, when all of that fails, God said he's the head. Jesus came as a mediator. And that he's over man. So God is over all of this. So when all else fails, call on G-O-D. Do your due diligence. Do it without fear. You have a right to exist freely. Period. God said so. So if anybody is holding you in boundaries and restrictions that are unlawful and unjurisdictional, ungodly, do all your due processes, do your personal marches or whatever, do your paperwork if needed, be safe, but you have a right to do it all. But when all else fails, you're now sitting in your power and you're trusting the Almighty God to handle whatever you're going through. And like I said, if God be for you, he's more than the world and all of its numbers against you. Need I say more help? The remedy is that somebody become bold enough to understand that they have an absolute right to create situations where people are provided for and covered in the times of illness, accidents, job loss, last will and testaments, funeral. It's sad that somebody can die. Someone can have an accident. Somebody can get sick and they'll lose everything. And won't have anywhere to go. In this whole big 2025 world, judges don't care. Lawyers don't care. President is too busy. Preachers ain't rich enough. Kids are just starting out. Parents are getting older and elderly. And nobody cares. Are you serious? So God gave us an idea. And I promise you, if anybody blocks it, stops it, gets in the way of it, this machine is going to run it over. God's machine, that is going to happen. Now, for those that doubt it or don't understand it, just remember, this may not be in your lifetime. So don't fall over yourself. Pray over yourself, okay? Be a part of the solution, not the problem. So we have been, I guess, gifted to have some remedies. You just need people to solidify it. Not necessarily, but it is for the people. May the Lord bless and keep you as we go forward. And if you'd like to now start preparing yourself to donate properties, just email me. If you're prepared to financially gift, because we're going to put some things in place where that is okay for the nosy people that don't want to see the other people have houses and land. Again, God's removing blockages. So you can stand there if you want. The spiritual train is running stuff over and dragging things for long distances. For everybody to go, wait. There's something caught in the wheels. Slow down. The universe is moving swiftly. Anything in the path of whatever God is doing, it ain't got to be necessarily what I'm talking about, but whatever this is, you can get in the way and try and block and do whatever. We're going to bid you blessings now. Well, how come? Wait, what? We thought, wait, where are the lawyers? We have to see how we can stop this. And God is removing if you don't want others to have nothing, God said, treat people how you want to be treated. Until next time, if you like the way I tell my stories, if it registered, if it meant anything, feel free to send me an email. Let's chat about it. You can text, you can call. Don't be afraid, because this may be for you. You may need housing in a week or two. You may need food and clothes and shelter and water, especially if you was 1 to 9. So the people, you and yours. Bye for now.